Hello, Jon Voight. I'm Catherine Galloway from France 24 Television. Could I ask you why you're supporting John McCain in this election?
Well, because he's the fellow that will keep us safe and keep us prosperous. And he's a fellow of great, well-known courage throughout the world, man of great character, and I think the world needs him.
Were you supporting John McCain in 2000, or have you come on board in 2008?
No, I came on this time, and you know, it's an interesting thing. I'll tell you a little story. I was working for Giuliani, and I have a great love for Rudy Giuliani because I'm a New Yorker and I saw what he did for our city. And then after 9/11, he stood very strong, and everybody in the country gathered, everybody, even in the world, we stood behind this man in the face of that terrorism. And so I was down in Florida with Rudy, and he made a concession speech after 7 days of my working with him. I don't think it had anything to do with me, but he conceded that he wasn't going to run any longer, and he gathered a group of his closest advisors and friends and the people who had been with him, and he invited me along too because I came down to help. And he made a speech, a little speech. He stood up and he said, first of all, he thanked everybody and said, I couldn't have had any better help. You were all wonderful. If there was anything wrong, it must have been me, and I'll think about that. But he said, you know, I bet Abraham Lincoln, when Abraham Lincoln was running for the presidency, that all of his rivals thought that they might have been a better president than he. But God has a way of taking care of this country and good people in times of crisis, and maybe that's what he's doing now.
And did he tell you to endorse John McCain?
Maybe he's making way for that now, and I remembered that, and I said, you know, there's something of destiny in John McCain's, you know, his heroism, his stands throughout the time of his being in the Senate, his working for bipartisan cooperation, his strength, his knowledge and friendship with people throughout the world. He's a very extraordinary person, and he's exactly what we need at this time. And I'm thinking, well, this must be destiny that's happening, and I'm very happy to be part of it.
And finally, have you managed to convince your daughter to vote for John McCain?
I haven't spoken to my daughter in a little bit, and I'm sure she's quite, you know, her time is taken up with the new ones, because if you have twins, you know, it's a tough deal, and she's got all the kids. But you know, we'll talk down the line. It'll be interesting to hear what she says. But at one point, she said she found him a very interesting man. That there was something that drew him to her. So who knows? I mean, I know she's surrounded by people who are of a different color than myself, but you never know.
Well, at least you're in the Twin Cities now. Thank you very much indeed, Jon Voight. Thank you.
Talk to you. Okay, guys.
Thank you.